quick little live stream before I have to get on to my next jobs. How's everyone doing? Hey, my name's Blake. Good to see you. Hey, I imagine that's Joe, since there's a thumbs up before there's even a comment. What's up, Joe? I got a new phone finally, so everything should be looking nice and crystal clear and sounding better. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Whomever might be in the chat, if you can let me know. Just warming up, having some fun. Felt like coming out to the garage for a minute. Hey, put some requests in if you guys have any. Does it sound alright? Hey, my name's Blake, by the way. Yeah, I'm on a recording. I'm live. I'm here. I'll play with thy request. But yeah, just blowing off a little steam and getting on the kit for a minute. Oh, which reminds me, let me connect my tunes to the PA. What do you guys like to listen to? You guys want hip hop, funk, jazz? Let me know. Yeah, let me know. Might as well give myself another crash while I'm at it, huh? Cool. Hey, what's up? How you doing? My name is Blake. I play the drums, I do other things. I'm pulling up, so I just attached to the PA system. I can pull up some tunes. I could do some covers and ruin your favorite songs for you. Or I can just play some grooves, whatever. Sorry, my eyes are getting bad. I can't read it. My device is across the room, so I'm trying to read it. I'm like, what does that say? What does that say? Might as well just pull it up right here. Man, every day it's like I keep getting reminded of I'm getting old. What's going on? Syncopation. Okay. Hey, James, what's up, dude? Oh, yeah, funk, still. Hey! Okay. What's up, James? Good to see you, dude. Alright, well, whatever. I mean, if you're going to work on syncopation, honestly, there's 3 figures. Okay, I'll help you, Ash, if you need help on doing that. So, typically, syncopation is going to refer to when you have a note value within your ride pattern that doesn't stack. We call it stacking because the notes stack on top of each other. Let me grab my book so you can see it visually. But there are stacked patterns, there are syncopated patterns, and there are linear patterns. And honestly, Ash, the coolest patterns are the linear patterns. Linear patterns are the coolest part to get to. But anyway, dude, like if you even starting here, right? When they give you a combo study, even lesson 7, my favorite lesson in the world. These are stacked patterns because the notes are written stacked on top of each other. Right? So they're just quarter notes in the bass drum if you really analyze it. Boom, 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 1 E and a da 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 da, right? So those are stacked patterns within a very simple phrase, just within the bass drum and the snare. And then when you get to syncopation, there are very, very specific 3 figures that I would focus on in practice. The first one is called a dotted eighth tied to a 16th. It's a great one. Because as you can see... Wait, where is it? Sorry. Wrong page. Those are all eighth notes. I think it's page 21. I have too many books memorized in my head. My bad. Alright. So dotted eighth I do a 16th. Yeah, it is page 21. Alright, well at least, hey, like my next guess was right. So here's a great visual representation, dude, of how it doesn't stack. Right? So look, everything else stacks. Beat 1, beat 2, 3, and then 4. So this figure is super important to learn. It's called a dotted eighth tied to a 16th, right? So that figure is number 1 crucial for syncopation lessons, okay? Just to get your body used to when your hand is up in the air, your bass drum or your foot's coming down when your hand's up in the air, okay? And I'll play these for you here in just a second. But then, the most important ones are getting into an eighth tied to 2 16ths and 2 16ths tied to an eighth. Right here. So like that's an eighth tied to 2/16. 1 and a. 1 and a. 3 and a. That's another really important figure. But don't play it with 16ths, play it with eighth notes. So boom 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 ka. Boom 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 ka. Ta doom do do ka ta dun do do ka ta. Alright? I'll play a couple for you. Alright? And then the third is the reverse of that. 2/16ths tied to an eighth. Okay? So those are your three most important figures, bro. I promise you. And if you learn how to play those while your hand is up in the air at that point in time, the very first one, like I said, dotted eighth tied to a 16th. We count it as a 1 or a 3 It's the first and the last of a group of 4/16. It's the downbeat, the 1, and the okay, the rock sign. There you go. 1 E and right? 2 E and right? So it's the 1 3 1 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. And what I tell my students is keep a large motion. And then before you start to add those notes and all that. But what I tell my students, dude, and Ash, this will help you, is keep your motion really, really large at first on your ride pattern. That way you can figure out where does my foot fit into this pattern, because you're landing on the beat, right? 4 1 2 3 4 1 right? So, but then the most important part is this, dude, is so that those underlying eighth notes. Don't ever stop your underlying eighth note or ride pattern. That's so important. So important. That's your timekeeper right there, dude. Right? Okay? So that's the first lesson, is keep very steady time with your right hand. Larger motions than you're used to. So instead of just you'll get there, but before you do, make a deliberate habit of getting that into your muscle memory. Okay? And it's on the 1 3 1 3 Hey, what's up, Lindsay? Very cool. Very cool. Hey, good to see everyone here. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm glad I launched a random stream. It was fun. And then, dude, Ash, next one. Very important is the 1 and up. 3 and up. 1 and up. 3 and up. 1 and up. 3 and up. 1 and up. Second, look at and up. 1 and up. 2 and 3 and up. 4 and 1 and up. Boom, boom, boom. So here's another thing. We call it the ostinato in the feet. If you can, and that's why I'm such a big believer on practicing one pedal. One pedal. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, my other pedal's sitting right here. So, like, yeah, if I want to start doing some blast beats, like, yeah, I've got it. I'm not going to lie to you. I've got it. I've got my slave pedal right here, okay? But at the same time, I am such a huge believer in four-way independence. And rather than just blasting 16ths with everything you do, keep in time with your left foot while you're doing those 16ths like. Right? So. that was a poor demonstration. I'm sorry, everybody. I feel like crap after playing that. But if you what the band is going to rely on is your left foot. You're all going to be watching what's the time over here. So whether you're playing eighth notes or you're playing quarters, you're anchoring the band with your left foot, and especially yourself. You know, and once you get to that point, and Lindsay, you know this, like I said, like that's where you can put your pulse, right? We're human beings. We're not going to have perfect time, but we can get relative perfect time by practicing with a metronome and songs as much as possible, right? But then eventually, like, you get this, you know, kind of bouncy feel in your left foot, and it's not making any sound, but that's the pulse. So then you're getting into some linear fills there too. But those two figures are so important, dude. The 1, 2, 3, up. 1, up, 3, and exaggerate your motion, remember? Make it big. Make your motion big, dude. Make your motion big. Okay, and then, last but not least, the reverse of that. So if you have an eighth tied to 2/16ths, it sounds like 1 and up, 3 and up, 1 and up, 3 and up, 1 and up, 3 and up, 1 and up, 2 and 3 and up, 4 and 1 and up, 3 and up, 1 and up, 3 and up, 1 and up, 3 and up. So get that into your bones. You know what I mean? Just like keep playing it, and then stack it too. So if you have difficulty figuring out anything in syncopation, play it stacked first. Okay? So the same figure, 1 and up. But now I'm stacking it. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and a then 1 and a 3 and a 1 and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and a 3 and a 1 and a 3 and a. Try and let you see my feet. Okay, so sorry. I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. Too many things in my brain. Last but not least, then instead of 1 and a, 3 and a, now you have 1 E and, 3 E and, 1 E and, 2 and, 3 E and, or and 1 E and. 1 E, that's it. 3 E, 4, sorry. 1 E, 2, 3 E, 4. 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 1 E, 2, 3 E, Good to see you guys. Hey, my name's Blake. To everyone who's kind of scrolling through, what's up? Good to see you guys. But yeah, that's what I like, dude. Is like practicing my four-way independence. Well, you know me too, because like I, have that spinal injury, and had to work really hard to get all my limbs to work in a coordinated way again together. So, but I'm a big believer in that, dude. To like keep your pulse on your left foot. That's what we call ostinato. Three and up. One and up. 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 Three and up. And then you just get into playing into offbeats on the E's. Then the E's come up, okay? The E's are tricky because then instead of doing kick and landing on it, kick land, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're playing the bass drum right after you're landing on your hands. So it's hands first instead of bass drum first. So now instead of boom, it's ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. So now you're doing 1, 2 E, 3, 4 E, 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 1, 2 E, 3, Then you start to get, it's just a matter of like figuring out when you're doing eighth notes up here, how do 16th notes on one pedal fit down here, right? Or if you're playing even with double pedals, you're playing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a, right? So depending on what your setup is, but I recommend, dude, just try to play with one pedal. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, call it feathering, but at the same time you can get like good velocity off of it. And dude, I have a spinal injury, so if I can do it, you can do it, bro. So yeah, but we just then start to, basically doing a lot of ball, heel or toe and ball work, but instead of doing toe ball, toe ball, toe ball, toe ball, toe ball, toe ball, like if we're doing like a quick 6, like that kind of thing. Rather than doing that, you're doing more of a feathering thing where you're doing like a. Okay. We got really carried away on a syncopation lesson there. But, shall we get that away? Oh, how to feather the bass drum. Yeah. That's hard. It's very complicated. Well, really, and honestly, and that's funny you say that. And it's as far as like drumming concept is concerned, it is complicated, but it's not hard. It's just new. It's just new. So if you can get your body used to doing that motion, and don't worry about like playing all limbs at all times. Like I'm saying, like playing left foot playing quarter notes or eighth notes with your left foot while doing that, don't worry about that at all first. Even what I have my students do is just completely close off the hi-hat. I'll have them close off the hi-hat. They don't even have to worry about their left foot. Their left foot is parked. Right? So all they have to figure out is the... So I'll even lock the hi-hat for them, just so that way they get the feel of more of what it's like to play between the right. It really what it is an interplay between your right hand and your right foot, because things want to come down together, right? Things want to stack together, and that's why we call them stacked patterns. Right? Think of like your primary pattern, AC/DC. Right? So that's all stacked. Come on, and stacked, 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 stacked. Right? Where now we're playing. Or, sorry, there we go. 3 and up, 1 and up, 3 and up, 1 and up. And then the next one is 1 E. 3, 4, sorry, 1 E, 2, 3, 4, 1 E, 2, 3, 4, 1 E, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, I need to practice my transitions to those too. So, but those 3 patterns are so integral to knowing syncopation, dude. And then once you get the interplay between your right hand and your right foot, and you don't feel like you don't feel like you have to stack things anymore, then you can start to add ghost notes and all sorts of other cool stuff, dude. That's when it becomes really fun. Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, and feathering with the left foot? You're talking about, are you playing double bass drum, Lindsay? Is that what you're talking about? Or playing like a ride pattern with your left foot? What kind of jazz are you talking about? Groove jazz? Funk? Speaking of, let's play some music, you guys. Who wants to hear some music? hard to hear what I'm saying to you on top. But then you can have interplay between all of them. So then you can have eighth notes going over here without having to use your hands, right? So that's what I was trying to say. Instead of doing one, two, three, and four, and 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 three, and four, and two, three, and four, then one, and three, and four, and then you can have your left foot take over. Carried away from it. But then you can have interplay between all four of those. That's my big belief. James, if you're still here, everyone else, I don't know, whatever else you want to listen to, please put it in the chat. But yeah, that's what I like. It's having that pulse over here. Dance, 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 dance. My dog Boku is like, hey, what's going on out there? Okay, sorry. What's everyone saying? What should I do? What song's up? Give me some songs. Hey, what's going on out there? Hello, hey, Pussy Doodle, what's up, dude? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, yeah, so feathering on your right foot, doing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. So you're basically doing, we call it the dig, if you're just doing like straight quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. And then da, 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 da. Then you get into playing lighter notes, but it's easiest quarter notes at first. I promise you. I swear to you, it is. You're just playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. if you get used to just doing that boom, trick, boom, you just quarter notes on that beat. Yeah, that's that feathering. Treat it kind of like a walking exercise almost, Lindsay. But you're keeping those quarters going no matter what on the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Whether you count as eighth notes or 16th, depending on what time you're playing in. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, You can see how I'm kind of rocking my heel as I do it. That's my downbeat on my heel. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I'm keeping time with my heel on the downbeat here while I'm actually playing it over here. So then you can get these two sounds. It is at first, Lindsay. Seriously, just get used to doing that. Just doing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you're playing in double time, then it's 1, 10. And a lot of times we don't play the bass drum through a lot of the different figures that you're playing in jazz. Like, yeah, you start there to anchor beat 1. But you're not constantly playing the bass drum like you are in like a rock pattern, like right, where you're playing a bunch of bass drum notes. So with here, it's like too loud also. But yeah, add those cross sticks in there, be fat with it, you know. Or if you're playing like a bossa. Those are all great for practicing your independence. Oh, I'm seeing that short I put up yesterday. How are you? How are you, brothers? Hey, yo! Oh, hello there. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. How is everyone? Oh, that's a great song. We'll play that next. Bonjour! Hello from France. Yeah, feathering it's all what I mean with that too, Lindsay, is just you have to use your ball, just like you're walking. But that's a dotted note. Don't do a dotted note. Just do like one and or 1 2 3 4 1 2 4. Just use the pedal to its advantage. The beater does what it wants to do. Work with the beater. Let the beater do its natural motion. So see, my beater naturally wants to swing in that. So I'm just letting my foot go with that motion. And if I play it really quietly, it's because the beater is swinging at that motion, and I'm bearing it just a little bit. But you can see I'm keeping my heel off the ground. Hey, Poopsie, if you're still here, put in a couple songs, dude. You always have good stuff, Poopsie. Put it in. I love those grooves though, are so sick. Dude, it's so sick. Hey, you're right there. Okay, cool. So, entering the Black Forest. Okay. Was that cool? Do the levels sound good, dude? I don't even know, man. Am I blowing people's ears apart right now? Do I even sound good? I have no idea. Enter the Black Forest. Let's do it. Is everyone ready to enter the Black Forest? Is that another Dilla, dude? Isn't that a Dilla beat? Yeah, you're right. Everything's balanced, okay, as long as... Because you should be coming out through a stereo Shure mic, not my phone mic. Yeah. You should be coming out, so when I come closer, I'm nice and loud. Can you hear my terrible singing voice? Okay. It's alright. Alright, thanks. Here. Halftime or what? Yep. How do I guess? Oh. Hey, okay. This song is insane. Where are we? What's happening? What's going on? trying to put it, I mean, as a live learn into it, but I'm just hearing. That's a cool one though. I'm gonna study that stuff. That's good. Good idea to look at that stuff. Yeah, I know. I know. Cool. That's good. Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course, of course, horse, horse, course, course. Horse, horse, course, course. I have to leave soon. Oh. So let's do, I don't know. What shall we do, chat? Vote it up. Let's see, what shall we do? Put it in the chat what you would like to see, what you would like to hear. If we're going out of style, like it's 1999. Oh, Oscar, good question. Off and on for about 8 to 10 years, something like that. About 8 years. But longer than that, you know, with like intermediate playing, like just barely practicing on the pad sometimes. I have a spinal injury, so for a long time I couldn't walk and play drums, so it took me a long time to get back on the kit. So it's kind of a long story, but yeah, I've been playing for about 8 to 10 years, I'd say. A lot, dude. A lot of different drummers, but I mean, I like stuff by like, obviously Purdy, you know, Purdy Shuffle. That is the source of so much inspiration for so many grooves. Bernard Purdy. Weckel, one of my favorite drummers though is Larnell Lewis. I love Larnell Lewis. Larnell Lewis, Steve Gadd. I don't know. It's hard to pick. It's very hard to pick. But yeah, like more from those source drummers than neo drummers. But I love like Snarky Puppy, and yeah, a lot of those people. So I don't know. There's a lot of drumming. I'm trying to think of them as I'm playing. But yeah, dude. I don't know. There are many, but I started with like the giant 10-piece kit, Gretsch Catalina 10-piece kit actually, double pedals, giant, and I pared it all down finally after many years. Oh, Buddy Rich, yeah. Buddy Rich, dude, yeah, for sure. But he's all swing, dude. And I don't play a whole lot of swing. And then he's got a lot of offbeat stuff too, but really he's just a lot of soloing, so. Yeah, those are great drummers as well. Love having you. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you're right. Those are your roots, dude. Those are the roots. Speaking of the roots, let's pull up a Tiny Desk concert of the Roots. I can't see that. I want to give them credit. Here, you get it. Let's see it down here.
What's up, y'all? This is Jeff Bradshaw and Brass Effort. Welcome to our edition of Tiny Desk Concerts. We are the legendary news group. My name is Wes Lowe. Let's get to it. 1, 2, 3.
People swear they won't, but they're walking in their sleep. I pray the Lord their souls to keep, because wolves disguised as sheep patrol our streets. And we all know that which you sow, you should reap. And those who do know, you should teach. Through every loophole, we gon' leap until we common ground and become unbound. Because when your hometown becomes a battleground, tears rain down. It's hard when you're looking for love and it ain't there. Or try to read what's wrong, but it ain't clear. Because the well is running dry. Raise some tension for running high. Under 21 is far too young to die. My salvation from the God. This is not surprising.
Yo, I guess I gotta laugh to keep from crying. Today another friend passed on the young side. It's bad cause a good friend's hard to come by. Justice is never colorblind, never gunshot. For my pride, we may never see the sunshine. We know the one time feeling you can think about. Even made fuck was not the number one sign. I hear they turn it downtown to the front line. It's something like the same place, but it ain't safe. It's people that
It goes into like a snare march.
so we gain weight.
Some people say that Jesus take the will, and others say thou shalt not kill. But that old time religion ain't gon' pay my bill. Now we come so far, and here we are. Bruised is God, presumed inferior, but we scared. It's hard when you're looking for love and it ain't there. Oh, trying to read what's wrong.
Alright, my friends, I gotta call it. I have another student coming up. Anyway, that was fun playing drums for a bit there. But yeah, I haven't been able to come out and practice for a while, and I got a new phone finally, everybody. So. I'm sure you're gone by now, but last figure would be bottom triplets, where that's a linear figure, where you're playing one T top, and T top, T top, and T top, T top. So where you're playing a quarter note up here, while you're playing your T tops down here, or you're playing eighth notes up here, while playing your T tops down here. So you're playing long. Trying to really slow down. So 1 and 4 Alright, guys. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. That was fun. Good to see you. Love you. I'll see you on the next. Yeah. Let's get Oh, cool. Okay. Right on. Thank you. Appreciate it. Iron Maiden! Yeah. Iron Maiden! Cool. Yeah, right on. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. That was fun. Thank you. I'll see you guys on the next one. And happy drumming. Happy rest of your week. I'm sweating. I got to get to my students, so have a good rest of your week. In case I don't see you until the next weekend. All right. Love you. Bye.